Hello everybody, and welcome to another movie review. Last time we did the Quantumania movie review, we did something like this format, and it was actually quite fun. So we're going to do something like this again, and it is part of our brand new podcast, which you can check out right now on my second channel. It is called Podcast with Mark45, because I can't think of a better name yet. This show is going to be hosted by us. We're going to be talking about whatever the heck we want, pretty much. There's really no discrepancies. Just if something happens, we'll talk about it. Most likely it'll be like pop culture stuff. These two will be my co-hosts for this show, and maybe we can bring some guests for some episodes, and that will be absolutely fantastic. But in this video, specifically, we're going to be talking about the recently released MCU movie, The Marvels. A fantastic Marvel movie. So nice. 3 heroes once again. It's not like we've seen that format already. As much as the movie underperformed, I still feel like it was good to talk about the movie in a bit. So, I don't know. It has a lot of potential, which we're going to dive into a little bit deeper. Obviously, I have a whole arsenal of Funko Pops here that I'm going to show. No spoilers at the start, and then spoilers, and then Funko Pops. Okay, the non-spoilers. What do we think?
I think it's a mediocre Marvel movie. It's like very meh. Like everything's meh.
It's meh, but it's not terrible. Do you think it's terrible?
No, it's just lower than most other Marvel movies.
That's fair.
It's not actually that bad. There's some cringy parts, but if you take that out, then the movie overall is actually kind of fun. It's not too bad.
So out of 10, what would you give it?
I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
5.
I mean, I'd probably give it a 5 as well. The common critique about this movie is that it's too much feminism. Girl power. Ew. So bad. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, I guess it's a little bit pushed, but honestly, I just don't think about that if I'm watching an action movie. I'm just watching it for the action and entertainment.
Yeah, I didn't really care about that part.
Honestly, why not have a balanced arsenal of superheroes? Like, I honestly don't see anything wrong. In fact, there was a lot of male characters in the movie. So, this ain't even Barbie, a feminism-based movie, had a bunch of men in the film. So, honestly, I don't see the point in this argument, but people are entitled to their opinions. Okay, so why don't we, without spoiling much, talk about the plot. What do you think of the overall writing and the story and all that?
It's like a generic Marvel movie.
How so?
Big bad person. They're fighting. Well, maybe like the world's in danger.
Yeah, I guess it's every Marvel movie. Well, it did have like some interesting things that were different. Like, I can't go into them because spoilers, but
Like another generic Marvel film? I'd say it's something similar in the feels. Like, it's one of those superhero team-up movies. You got 3 characters come together to fight a common enemy, which is Darben. I don't remember her name, but I have no clue who she is. I just know the actress who plays her is engaged with Tom Hiddleston. The day the Marvels came out was also around the same time the Loki finale came out, so it's a big day for both of them, honestly. But she is the threat, and Captain Marvel, apparently being the strongest Avenger, can't take her on a one-on-one, so she has help from Miss Marvel and Monica Rambeau. So we know Monica Rambeau from WandaVision. Well, we kind of knew her from the first Captain Marvel movie when she was a little girl, and then she reappeared as an adult in WandaVision, which, for just in case there's like 2 of you out there who hasn't seen WandaVision, I'm not going to spoil it. And then there's also where else did she appear? Was it from WandaVision straight into this movie?
Which character?
Monica Rambeau.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Probably.
Yeah. And then Miss Marvel, obviously she had her own show last year. Admittedly, I haven't seen it. Still haven't. So I kind of just I'm missing an important piece of the puzzle going into this movie. And then we have Nick Fury, which I'm not gonna lie, Nick Fury is a very different Nick Fury in this movie compared to Secret Invasion, where it's like very horror, mystery, thriller. And then you have this Nick Fury who's just haha making jokes and like very comedic and all that. And then yeah, it just feels like an excuse to put 3 female characters, superheroes together to fight a common enemy, which if we're thinking realistically, Captain Marvel could just honestly 1v1 Darben. But
I think that was a plot point. It's like she could solo them and she could definitely beat them, but then I guess this is in the trailer, like their powers are intertwined, right?
Yeah.
It's in the trailer.
They
yeah.
keep on swapping positions.
So the fact that it swapped positions basically makes it so she can't 1v1 them.
so there is a way to nerf her and to get the other 2 characters into the movie.
So yeah, felt forced, but guess they had to incorporate them somehow. Otherwise, she 1v1s everyone, and then there's no movie.
Yeah, otherwise it'll just be called Captain Marvel 2. Have you guys seen Miss Marvel?
Nope.
How about WandaVision?
Nope.
Yeah.
Seen that one.
Okay. So Marvel at this state is one of the it's become the thing is where you gotta do homework. You gotta do research before watching like a big movie, or you're gonna miss some key critical parts, like we saw with Multiverse of Madness. If you didn't watch WandaVision, you're gonna be so confused to why Wanda became the villain and why she was evil. And then it's kind of the same here. Like I kind of fell victim to that because I haven't seen Miss Marvel, so I was kind of a little bit lost on her part and her. I kind of understood her family and all that, but I feel like obviously I missed like her origin story of how she got her powers and all that. But honestly, I can honestly just watch a New Rockstars recap video and that'll get me caught up. So thank God for YouTube. Monica Rambeau, I feel like she was the most useless from the 3 of them. She didn't really like if we took her out of the story, I don't think it would impact the story too much.
It would impact the ending.
Yeah, like I feel like okay. Credit to all 3 actors. They all did really. Brie Larson. I forgot Monica Rambeau's actor's name. And I also forgot Miss Marvel's name. Oh, great! I only remember Brie Larson. You love to see it. But they did well, but I feel like they were given a not so well written script. So they just worked with what they could do off the script. And I'm going to say Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, she was probably the best out of the 3 because she had a lot of funny moments. She had a lot of funny lines. So I feel like she carried the movie in a way. Again, I haven't seen the show. That might be contributing to why. But yeah, like they did well, but I feel like the writers maybe just were staying up to 4 a.m. trying to bash together a script. That's what it felt like, and then the actors just had to work it off. And I guess Miss Marvel got the better of it.
It's basically a Captain Marvel fangirl.
Yeah.
So a lot of that is attributed to that. There's a lot of like humor associated with her just like fangirling and just like with mostly with Captain Marvel and Nick Fury. So that kind of
I feel like she doesn't really know Monica well enough. She just had her few moments where she's like, I'm sorry, like offers her condolences.
she's like, here's Captain Marvel, and then here's this other character Captain Marvel knows, but they're kind of like, but like she's not famous, so Miss Marvel doesn't really care about her too much. She doesn't know her.
They're not familiar enough. Yeah. What do you think, Santos?
Like the story in general. Oh yeah, I can't go into spoilers yet.
Well, keep it general.
Yeah. Very generic.
Okay, very generic. Okay. Well, would you say the actors did well, and it's just the writers didn't do well?
Yeah, I agree.
The movie was, how long was it? It was the shortest MCU film ever. hour 45, so it's relatively short. And it definitely felt like an hour and 45. It actually felt quite fast-paced, and I feel like it was going through way too quickly. It was really rushed. Multiverse of Madness was also quite fast-paced, but it was like 2 hours long, so at least it had some breathing space. But more was like, go, go, go. This scene happens, then this scene happens, and this scene happens. It's just non-stop all the way to the end. I feel like they took what could have been a Disney Plus show and then just squeezed it down to a 2 hour movie, and then they're like, oh, no, we can cut it down even more and cut it down to an hour and 40. So I feel like it feels like a short film. It feels more like a short film than a straight on movie. Like, I feel like this could have been a show, a Disney Plus show. They could have spread out maybe a full season, 6 episodes, just like Loki, and then it's the same plot, but a little bit more expanded. And then it doesn't feel so rushed. Then that's technically Miss Marvel season 2.
Actually, Miss Marvel is kind of a main character in here for like a good chunk of it.
Exactly.
Focuses on her, and then also Captain Marvel a bit. There's like some character development for her too. Honestly, the show doesn't feel that rushed. It feels short, but it doesn't feel like super rushed. Like it's very compact, but doesn't necessarily.
Was there even any like slow scenes?
Kind of. Like on Captain Marvel's ship, they were... Oh, spoilers.
Well, it was in the trailer. They were on Captain Marvel's ship, and then they were talking. They were interacting.
There is some short scenes, so I think it's overall okay. Like the balance is fine. Like if they wanted to make it, they had room to make it longer if they wanted. So maybe they just found some scenes that were like they had too many slow scenes, and maybe they just cut them. That's why it's so short.
That's true.
Would you say this film was better or worse than Quantumania?
Slightly worse.
Slightly worse. What do you think?
It's really close. I think Quantumania was cooler because it had Quantum Realm stuff. So just because there was like all the Quantum Realm stuff and all, that was all new, that was more interesting. But like, they're very close.
At least there's no big CGI floating head. I just want to say straight up, I'm not a big fan of her new suit that she gets in this movie. It looks very hideous. It literally looks like she's part of like the British Royal Navy or something like that. Like her old suit that she wore for first movie and then into Endgame, that suit was actually quite good. She should have kept it. She wore it for the beginning of the movie. I think she had a short sleeves. Like she cut the sleeves a little bit. So it was short sleeves. And actually I think the short sleeve works because it gives her arms breathing space, I guess. But then when she switched to that other I think it's like a Nova Corps suit, it just looks like some British Royal Marine suit. I'm not a fan of it. Monica Rambeau's suit is pretty good though. It's a good contrast of black and white. I think it looks better than the one she wore in WandaVision because it's just like a tracksuit in WandaVision. Miss Marvel pretty much had the same suit, right, from the show? It's the exact same suit?
Yeah, and then later on, she got a different suit.
Oh, yeah, later she has a slightly different suit, which it looks okay, but I'm sorry, Miss Marvel's new suit just ain't it. At least not for me.
No, I don't remember too much about the suits. I think they're all fine. I don't really care either way.
Okay, well, is there anything else we can talk about? It's non-spoilery. Talk about the story, the actors, the writing,
the fight scenes.
The fight scenes, yeah. What do we think? It's quite fast paced as well, which is good for a fight scene. A lot of it is just Captain Marvel flying around, blowing stuff up. So I can only imagine the behind the scenes, just Brie Larson on the green screen, just on wires flying around. That'd be pretty funny. What do we think of Dar-Benn, the villain?
Motivation makes some sense because she's wants to avenge her planet.
How about Nick Fury? Have you seen Secret Invasion?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can actually make that comparison. What do you think, Nick Fury?
Very relaxed.
Yeah, it feels like the events of Secret Invasion. You just moved on from it easily. I think Secret Invasion takes place before the Marvels. Yeah, it takes place before the Marvels. So Yeah, he changed moods very quickly. Did you see Secret Invasion?
Nope.
Okay, well, let's take the comparison out of the question. What do you think of Nick Fury just alone in this film?
I mean, yeah, he is definitely making more jokes. I don't remember too much because, like, Avenger Nick Fury is technically, like, Talos? Or whatever. Talos, yeah. So technically they're different people. I don't know about Secret Invasion because I haven't seen it. But technically this one is the real one. Or it should be. Mm-hmm. So they're different people, but they also seem different. So I guess that checks out. At least compared to, yeah.
Was he Talos in the first Avengers film?
That's like a fan theory.
No, because he was shot in Captain America. He survived. So if he was shot, he would have turned into the Skrull form. Bucky shot him.
Potentially. I don't remember. So in Captain Marvel there's the end credits scene where he turns into Talos.
No, it's the Spider-Man Far From Home.
Oh, Far From Home.
Post-credit scene.
He did, and then so I guess that's where the fan theory started that, like, for all of Avengers, or for a good chunk of it, he was actually Talos and not Nick Fury. So, Talos Nick Fury is very serious, and then actual Nick Fury is very jokes around a lot. So that's what I'm getting because I don't know what happened during Secret Invasion.
Probably. Yeah. Let's just say some big events happened in Secret Invasion, which we won't talk about. It's a bit of a spoiler. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. I think that's pretty much it for non-spoilers.
The music's forgettable.
Let's talk about the music. Yeah. This wasn't a spoiler. This was already announced prior to the first trailer coming out. There is a K-pop star in this film. Not the first time they brought in pop stars into the films, like for the Eternals, the most boring MC movie ever. The post-credit scene had Harry Styles in it. It's a spoiler, I know, but it's been out for 2 years at this point, so get wrecked.
Honestly, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. He's like this prince, or is he a king? He's a prince, and he goes on a dance with Carol. It feels very Disney.
Yeah, I mean that's getting to spoiler territory though.
A little bit. It was in the trailer, so
okay. Yeah, that's one of the sections that's kind of cringy.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But other than that, we'll get deeper. We'll dive deeper into that when we talk about spoilers. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Overall, would you recommend this movie? Do you think if you don't watch this movie, you're going to miss an important chunk of the MCU timeline?
Just watch it when it goes on Disney Plus. Like, don't watch it in theaters.
Yeah, we got maybe. Yeah.
Overall, the movie is not a must-watch, but this was spoilers. The ending is kind of important because it does set up stuff.
Oh, that's true. That's right.
So just because of that
big spoiler,
ending,
which we'll dive into in a second.
just because of the ending, it's kind of a must-watch because it seems like it's going to set up some important plot lines later.
Then I think we're good with non-spoilers. So now is your time to click away if you don't want to get spoiled, because we are going to be unfiltered. We're going to talk about everything. Everything. This is the spoiler section, and yeah, if you're still here, congratulations. You're about to learn everything about this movie. So, how about let's start with that dancing scene again. So, I briefly mentioned I don't even know who the K-pop star is. Like, what's his name? Like,
I forget.
He's not from BTS. That's all I know. He surprisingly knows how to speak English, because I've seen a bunch of interviews with him and he just speaks in straight Korean. So in the movie, he actually speaks English. That's good. So that dance scene is him and Captain Marvel dancing. She's wearing this like princess outfit, and then they're dancing and singing. I gotta say, Brie Larson can actually sing. She has a good singing voice, but the whole scene just felt just felt like it was straight out of a Disney movie. This
is a Disney movie.
Yeah, like character breaks down into singing at a critical moment, kind of cliche. And the thing is, because that race of people, their primary language is singing. So if you're just talking to them, they're not going to understand you. If you sing it to them, then they'll understand. Except for the prince, he's bilingual apparently. He can understand both. But that doesn't change the fact that group of people isn't peaceful people. They have a pretty strong military because obviously Dar-Ben comes to attack the planet with her army, and they actually put up a really good fight. So they may look peaceful, but they have quite a strong military.
Honestly, their army looks kind of weak, I'm gonna be honest. It was like pretty small.
But they were able to go toe to toe, Dar-Ben and her army.
It's questionable because we don't see the rest of the
That's
fight.
True. What happens if Thanos' army? I think they'd be crushed. I think if Thanos invaded them.
One thing I don't like about it is they're basically left to die because we don't know what happens to them.
There you go, another a plot hole right there.
Yeah, because Dar-Ben makes it out of there because she's in the next scene. I don't quite remember what happens after, but she gets out, so I'm assuming they lost, but it's like unclear.
So they just committed casual mass genocide.
I mean, that's what they're all doing. And they stole their water, so I guess they're just, their whole land is dried.
Oh yeah, so Dar-Ben's whole motivation was to bring all the resources back into, what's the planet name again? Xandar?
Hala?
Hala, yeah.
Hala, because Captain Marvel completely ripped it into shreds. She went into creative mode and just spammed TNT on it.
She destroyed the Supreme Intelligence.
Yeah, so it was after, I guess who was she even avenging? It's just avenging herself, pretty much.
She didn't like that they were led by AI. She thought it was like...
I mean, the TVA is led by AI, but you know. Like, yeah, so she didn't like that. So obviously actions have consequences, so when she did that, it stripped all the resources of the people living there, at least the innocent people. And I guess Dar-Ben's motivation was to bring that back and obviously kill Captain Marvel in the process, which they call her the Annihilator, was it? Yeah, the Annihilator. So that happens, and I guess Monica and Miss Marvel just randomly got roped into this conflict, which is technically should be just Captain Marvel's, her problem, and then they just got roped into it. And then Nick Fury also kind of got dragged into it, but at least he played the funny part in it, as well as Goose. Can we talk about the Fleur Kittens for a second? There was another scene where they needed to evacuate the ship, but there was not enough escape pods, and there was too many people, so they had the Fleur Kittens eat the entire crew.
Honestly, that was the funniest part of the movie.
That was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. You can critique the poor writing for that, but you know what? At least it was funny. And the thing is, I think the PA speaker was like saying, "Attention, let the Fleur Kittens eat you," or something like that.
Yeah, please do not resist.
Yeah, please do not resist. Let them eat you. That was actually quite funny. It was also Miss Marvel's family. Her mom is pretty funny, and her dad. Her parents were pretty funny. Like they're like that classical Indian family that's very protective of the kids.
There was a part where she said something. I guess it's offensive in Hindi. Yeah, she said something, and then they were like, "What did she say?" And then Miss Marvel was like, "Nothing."
So you don't want to know.
So yeah, I guess that's offensive. On the screen, the subtitle just says "I will kill her," so it doesn't seem that bad. But I'm assuming that there's more significance.
So the opening scene, it just starts off with Captain Marvel. What was she looking for? She's like looking for. What was she looking for? She's looking for something. She gets in a fight and she uses her powers. She swaps with Monica, who is doing a.
At the beginning, it was the big villain was trying to find the bangle.
Oh, the one Miss Marvel had.
Yeah, so there's two of them, and then Captain Marvel went to that same planet and saw some evidence that the bad guy was there. Or the
That
bad villain.
Darben was there.
Yeah, the bad villain was there. And then Captain Marvel went to their ship, and then that's when the swapping happened.
You skipped a bit.
Really?
No, first she goes there, and then she decides to see some purple glowy things, like the corrupted jump point or something. She broke the jump point, which makes it like unstable, and then she went to touch it because that's what everyone does, is just go touch mysterious purple glowing things, and then that's how they got their powers entangled. And Monica also does the same thing around the same time, which swaps her with Miss Marvel, and then Miss Marvel gets into the spacesuit, and then she goes like...
And he's like, oh my god, it's Nick Fury, hello, big fan. There was also one interesting where Miss Marvel was like falling out of the sky, and then Monica's like doing a Fortnite dive to like save her. That scene could have been removed, honestly. It felt very forced. They just chucked that scene in there just for some tension.
Yeah, I guess it was to make Monica fly, because they needed her to fly.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's what
So it was like...
So Monica and Captain Marvel have a bit of a tension. Like they're at odds with each other, and obviously Captain Marvel knew, or Carol knew, Monica since when she was a little girl, because she's friends with her mom. And I don't really understand why they were at odds with each other. It was just like she never came back for Monica.
She promised she will come back, but she did not for a long time. So Monica is sad.
Well, yeah, she lost her mother. So basically, she lost her mother for real. She died to cancer.
During the blip.
Yeah, and her other mother figure, her aunts pretty much, never showed up. Never came back.
And their aging is very strange. Now they look the same age.
I know. I mean, I don't think Captain Marvel ages. They explored that well. In the end, they kind of resolved that conflict. So Miss Marvel was kind of like the third party. So she was like basically trying to comfort Monica while like she was kind of like trying to bridge the two of them back together. Like, and honestly, family drama, Miss Marvel had nothing to deal with it. And then she just kind of got roped into it as well. So that scene on the ship, that slow scene, what happened? I don't really remember.
I remember the Miss Marvel, they were giving hugs to each other. Or there was like the memory thing too. They were probing their memory.
Oh, yeah, that does, yeah.
Locations. The location on the star map.
Was that it?
Oh, practicing like swapping.
And they're practicing swapping powers.
Oh, okay. I guess the final fight between Darben and the three Marvels.
The fight was honestly just underwhelming. There's not much of a fight. They're just like, they beat her, they crushed her, and then she's like, I will help you guys. And then they let her out, and then she's like, jokes, I will now kill you. And then she tries to take the bangle from Monica, or Miss Marvel, and then she wins, but she dies.
Yeah, because it's too much power. And it kills her. Yeah. And it opens up a portal to another universe. Whoa! What universe could it be? So Monica decides I'm going to close it in the most sacrificial way possible, and flies to the portal to the other side of this brand new universe to close the portal. She could have very well just, from a grab, like, Miss Marvel can summon a big fist, like kind of like Mr. Fantastic. She could have easily done that. Grab Monica, pull her back through the portal. But nope, we need a sacrificial moment. So, Monica, I feel like how it should have ended with do something like that. Monica decided, it's okay. Just let me go. I'll die peacefully. And she, quote unquote, sacrifices herself. And she's now trapped in this new universe. Which, surprise, surprise, what universe is it? The Fox universe. That's right. Which we'll get into that in a second. Do you think that sacrifice was necessary? Or is this an excuse to bridge the two universes together into the MCU?
I mean, the Miss Marvel thing, bring her back, I think it was quite far, so...
Okay, maybe.
A little bit.
We'll let that slide.
Yeah, but she probably could have pulled it from the other side somehow. Like, if they wanted her to stay, they could definitely make her stay. But they just wanted her to go. So... Yeah.
So there's that. Captain Marvel tries to rescue her, and I'm sorry. That's shot when the portal closes and she's just floating in space crying. I found it kind of funny. I don't know why. I feel like I'm being petty saying that. I just found that funny. I don't know why. But yeah, I feel like that was a way to set up the Fox universe. I mean, we've had the Andrew Garfield universe, Tobey Maguire universe, so they're really trying to bridge all these Marvel universes into the MCU. So I guess you can say that's why this movie is somewhat important to watch. And then also, I think at the end, it was just Miss Marvel that returned to Earth. Captain Marvel went back to basically Hollow to break into the sun, into the core to restart it.
Restart the sun, basically.
Restart the sun, pretty much, yeah.
They still killed, I think, 2 planets.
We're just gonna ignore that.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like a typical happy ending. Typical happy ending of a superhero movie. And yeah, so no one significant dies in this movie. Like, you can say Monica, but she didn't die. She just trapped herself in another universe. And then, let's talk about the cameos. Time to talk about cameos. This is one of those movies where it was cameo filled. So the first fight was actually on a Skrull planet. And these Skrulls are friendly compared to the Skrulls in Secret Invasion. These are Skrulls that are actually peaceful people and don't want to commit mass genocide on Earth. Bit of a spoiler for Secret Invasion, but anyways.
I mean, Skrulls originally weren't, at least in Captain Marvel, weren't angry. They were helpful.
Yeah.
Some of them.
So, this Skrull planet had an emperor. He seemed like he doesn't know what he's doing as emperor. He doesn't know how to rule. He doesn't really know how to lead his people. It took this Captain Marvel had to come in and help the people.
Theory, she ruined it because they were negotiating, but it looks like they didn't want to negotiate. They didn't want to agree with them, so they.
I think Darben was going to stab them in the back, regardless.
Okay. Probably, but Captain Marvel at least appeared in the film. She kind of made it worse because she came in, and then they're like, the Annihilator is here. You betrayed us, even though they technically didn't ask her. And
then Darben started this wormhole that should start pulling destroying everything. Not all the Skrulls make it, unfortunately. They made that evidently clear because Miss Marvel tries to stay behind and rescue everyone, but then they're like, no, we have to go. We have to save what we can and save that. And then they're like, where are we going to put these Skrull refugees? Let's call Valkyrie. In comes Valkyrie. I'm surprised New Asgard is going to be able to hold this many Skrulls, but New Asgard is quite full already, but that's our first cameo, Valkyrie.
Oh yeah, there's also a problem, when they bring the Skrulls over.
Oh, yeah, they just use the Bifrost thing.
Yeah, I know, but when they're in New Asgard, they're on Earth, right?
Yeah.
So something happened in Secret Invasion.
Oh, maybe that's how they contribute to Secret Invasion.
No, the government stuff.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Maybe going to New Asgard wasn't the greatest idea. Maybe, yeah. They might just go to an even worse situation. So yeah, Valkyrie appears for a brief cameo, and it really is a cameo. She's here for a couple scenes, just one scene. That's it.
I mean, it's alright. I just remember the dialogue being kind of cringy. They said some cringy things when they were oh, I hope I'll see you again, something, I don't know. Something like that.
Play the Charlie Puth song. But yeah, so that's one cameo. And then another cameo. What other cameos were there? At the end, Ms. Marvel comes down and she's like, I'm going to form the Young Avengers. I'm going to be the young Nick Fury to start the Avengers Initiative. And the first recruit she goes to is, ding, 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 Kate Bishop. So have you seen Hawkeye?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Have you seen Hawkeye? Okay, so yeah, Kate Bishop is she's trained at this point in the movie. She's already trained. Hawkeye's trained her. The events of Hawkeye has passed, so she's she's a good archer, a good superhero now. So she comes in and her apartment. Miss Marvel somehow, being a young teenage girl, was able to break into her apartment easily and comes out of her and she's sitting in the shadows, be like, Kate Bishop, I have been expecting you. I have a new. Do you want to join the Avengers? Pretty much. And oh yeah, Pizza the dog was also there. Good cameo by him. So she recruits Kate. That's like another cameo. I thought it was the very last scene, like right before the credits.
Well, I haven't seen the TV show, so.
Okay, well you have.
Yeah. Well, actually, I kind of like it because they're setting up Young Avengers. So far, I think they said Miss Marvel, Kate, and then I think Cassie.
Cassie, yeah.
Okay, and then other members.
I think what's his name? The young Black Panther's son.
Okay, he has a son?
The Wakanda Forever, the post-credit scene.
Oh yeah,
the son came out.
Right,
yeah.
right. Well, I think he's too young.
Yeah, I mean they made Shuri the new Black Panther, so maybe not.
Yeah. Okay. So one other member that we've sort of seen but hasn't been introduced technically is Patriot.
Oh yes, her Ironheart.
Or not Ironheart. Okay, Ironheart. Oh yeah, her too.
Yeah, she's probably gonna be another one for.
But yeah, if you in Winter Soldier, there's when they visited the old guy, the old super soldier.
Oh yeah, he had a kid with him.
His grandson, I think, is supposed to be Patriot, which is like kind of a Captain America, like a young Captain America, but he's like he doesn't have powers, and then he like gets superpowers, super soldier serums at some point because he like made a promise to join the Avengers and lied about his powers, and then he had to get powers to actually join them, something like that. That's the only other character I can think of that might be in the Young Avengers.
Okay, so that's another thing they're setting up. So I guess that would be contributing. Maybe in Kang Dynasty they're gonna play a group. They're probably gonna bring like the normal Avengers, and then you're gonna have like a couple scenes of the Young Avengers. Yeah. Maybe they're gonna hunt a couple weaker versions of Kang or something like that.
Also, I think a younger version of Kang is supposed to lead the Young Avengers. Just like
lead or fight,
like lead them. He's getting hunted by an older version of Kang.
So he's a good guy.
There's a young version of Kang, which is like
so he's a good guy. Okay.
And his name I think is supposed to be Iron Lad. So he's like Iron Man sort of, but then Ironheart's already kind of taken that spot. So maybe they can make it work. I don't know.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess we'll see. Kang Dynasty's still a couple years away, so we'll have to see.
I'm thinking Brandon watched New Rock Stars.
That's not where I got it from. I was reading off the Marvel wiki.
Okay, so let's talk about the biggest thing that has come out of this movie is that post-credit scene. We mentioned that Monica trapped herself in the Fox universe, which, surprise, surprise, is part of the X-Men. The biggest question has always been, when is the X-Men coming into the MCU? We're slowly doing it. Multiverse of Madness, we got Professor X. And now, who do we have? Which X-Men do we have in this post-credit scene?
The Beast.
The Beast. Played by the same actor, I think. And I'm not going to lie, as cool as it was seeing the Beast from X-Men show up, I was confused with the scene overall, like what the scene was about. Like, what exactly was it about?
Well, Monica was in the X-Men mansion, like in the basement, and they were trying to like ask Monica questions and like why it's like, oh, it's impossible that you could go through different universes. Yeah.
Yeah, and then her mom was there, her alternate universe.
But her mom doesn't know Monica.
Okay,
yet. Yeah.
And then she's like, "Who are you?" And then she like takes off her suit dramatically and like looks like she's trying to fight her or something.
And in the beginning, Monica saw her and she got very emotional. She's like, "Oh my God, it's you, Mom! I missed you so much." She's like, "Who are you?" She has no idea who she is. She's like, "Who are you? Who are you, woman?" And then Beast walks in, and then our theater went like, "Ooh!" Like we got like the reaction. What was this about? Was he just like the doctor for her? He was just analyzing her.
And then he's like, "Oh, I should report this to Charles," and then he left.
So Professor X lives, everybody. The one that got killed off by Wanda is just another variant. But yeah, so that's the big scene. So, in a way, how is this movie going to be the connective tissue then to the rest of the timeline?
Well, there's X-Men going to be in Deadpool 3.
Well, Wolverine, yeah. I think the TVA may also be in Deadpool 3. Like Mobius and Miss Minutes may show up.
Like, what other X-Men are going to show up?
Yeah. Who are the X-Men again? Like the full roster? Who's in it?
Okay, there's like thousands of them.
Yeah, let's start naming them. Okay, let's start Professor X, Beast,
Wolverine.
I watched the old X-Men movies where they had like
Deadpool?
Magneto.
That's he's a villain.
Okay, he counts, but
Yeah.
he was in the X-Men.
Is Deadpool part of the X-Men?
No.
No. Okay.
Yes, but no, right? No, he's in his own movies, but there was like this scene in like Deadpool 2 where they're like all the X-Men are there.
X-Men.
Okay.
Okay.
He's the X-Force.
Okay.
Silver Surfer?
No, that's he's like Galactus related.
Yeah, he's an alien.
Okay, then yeah, you
He's
clearly
not
know this
human.
better than me. So who else is in
Yeah.
the X-Men?
Nightcrawler.
Caller, Iceman.
Colossus.
Oh, Colossus. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Juggernaut,
Cyclops.
technically villain. Cyclops went though. I mean, it's an old movie.
Something like that.
So
Cyclops-
I watched the 1990s X-Men TV show.
Oh,
Or
okay.
cartoon.
yeah.
Or part of it.
Cyclops has a brother named Havoc. He was in like Days of Future Past.
Jubilee, she's like
Jubilee,
has
yeah.
fireworks abilities.
That sounds so lame.
There's like a ton. I don't know. It's hard to list them all.
Okay. Well, other than that, I think we've pretty much covered almost the entire film. So I think we can move on now. So let's do the Funko Pops. Yay! The most exciting part. Alright, so I have kind of overdid it with the Pops because I wasn't able to get all the exclusives. There's many that I'm missing. I actually ordered Goose. Still on its way. Didn't make it in time for this review. I also ordered Princess Carol, but I didn't get the Target one where there's like the three of them. They're teaming, like they're about to launch at Darben. But what I do have is 2 exclusives, all the commons, and a bunch of other characters that are not even part of this movie. But, like they're in the movie, but the Pops aren't from this movie. So let's get started, shall we? With an exclusive here. This is Captain Marvel in her original suit, but with the short sleeves. And she is technically a Target exclusive, so what do we think?
Yeah. Not bad.
Like, this was a good suit before she got the new one. This was a good suit. I don't know why they decided to swap it. Also, notice how she went back to long hair, because she had that short hair in Endgame, and I think a lot of people didn't really like it.
Do you have a Monica Pop back there?
I only have one Monica Pop here.
Yeah. Okay. Also, her name is
Photon.
Photon,
I don't think it
which-
was mentioned. I don't think it was said.
There was name dropped. There was like, oh, what name should we give you? I think Photon was mentioned in there, and then she also has a second name, Spectrum. She has like an alternate personality. It's confusing.
Oh yeah. Also, and then Miss Marvel was the one who was like, let's call ourselves the Marvel, isn't it? Like the title of the movie.
The name drops. Okay. Anyways, yeah, her normal form is like Photon, and I think her alternate evil variant, alternate personality of her is called Spectrum.
Spectrum, yeah. Well, I mean, now that I brought her Monica, let's talk about her. Well, I just remember I have WandaVision Monica, which you'll see a 360. I'm not going to take it out. I have it in my collection, but I don't want to go in there right now. But it's basically her in the astronaut suit that she is wearing at the beginning of this movie. So, this Monica, she's powered up. She's got glowy eyes. So if you want a regular Monica, you can always, of course, get the one from WandaVision. So, what do you think of this, Santos? Both of them. Both of these.
All right. There's like, it looks like some facial paint on the eyes, but it's actually like electricity.
Yeah. There is also a PX Reviews exclusive one, which is literally this, but glow in the dark. So you can see why I didn't buy it. It is this with glow in the dark. That's it.
That would look pretty cool.
It would look pretty cool, but it was impossibly hard to get, so that's why I just got the common. This one, honestly, this should have been the suit. This should have been the suit, not that new garbage suit. I'm sorry, I'm just not a fan of it at all. Let's take a look at that suit. Look at it. It does not. I put these inside, by the way. This does not look good. So this is the brand new suit. Maybe you will like it. Some of you do like it. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion, but I personally think the suit does not look good. So this is the common Captain Marvel, or sorry, Captain Marvel with fire hands. So she has something shooting out of her hands for this one. What do we think? And I might as well show you the Collector Corps exclusive while I'm at it.
So it looks like she's holding baseballs.
It looks like she dipped her hand in mayonnaise.
Dipped her hand in mayonnaise. That's actually good. Okay. There's also this one where she is basically powered up, fully charged up. She is from the Collector Corps box, which also has the Goose Pop. So as you can see, I did not buy the full box. So I don't have the Goose yet. So I have one half of the box. So this Captain Marvel is basically the new suit, but fully powered up. What do you think?
Just more orange effects.
And the white eyes.
Yeah.
More mayonnaise. Ketchup on the head.
Why is it mayonnaise?
No relish.
Yeah, it's missing the relish.
Just shooting all the condiments. Alright, next up we have Nick Fury with a Fleur kitten. So this Nick Fury isn't your typical average Nick Fury. He has a little kitten with him, so at least there's something...
I thought that was me.
Oh my god, what's with you and me? Let me get this. While I'm at it, because we talked about Secret Invasion, here is the Secret Invasion Nick Fury as well. This is actually the only Secret Invasion pop they've made so far. That's how bad the show was. But anyways, look, just looking at the pops. I know you haven't seen the show.
Hat, eyes. Yeah. I don't know, I guess for some reason he took off his eye patch in Secret Invasion.
Yeah, so he looks like he's actually like homeless and depressed in Secret Invasion, and in the Marvels he's just freshened up and ready to continue on with life again. But I do like this Nick Fury because of the little Fleur kitten. It's actually, it's new. It's something new for Nick Fury for once. So, yeah, the Secret Invasion was pretty good too, but at least there is a bit of a difference here compared to some other pops. But
Yeah, Secret Invasion is more serious. Then the other one's holding mayonnaise.
it's a cat. Right. That aside. All right, let's talk about Miss Marvel now, which I think I have. Yes, I do. The original one, the Hot Top exclusive one from the show. This was one of the few Miss Marvel pops I picked up. So as you can see, she has her mask for the Miss Marvel one. No mask at all for the Marvels one. So there's also a Funko Shop exclusive, which is literally this, but glow in the dark. Same situation again. There's also another one where instead of these purple strings she's shooting, she has a purple shield. Purple particle shield, call it what you will. So what do we think for both? If we compare the show versus the movie.
Oh, the movie one is better.
She doesn't have a mask anymore. The show is just a mask. And the
So?
she has her powers. She's like, it looks like paint.
She's like mayonnaise paint. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like she's like, I don't know what she's doing with her hand.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, maybe I might give Miss Marvel a second chance because she's actually not that bad of a character. Alright. Then we have our antagonist here, Dar-Ben.
She doesn't look very evil.
What's the weapon she's like? Is it Ronin's hammer thing?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
without the Power Stone?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd imagine the hammer's kind of useless with the Power Stone, but I don't know, maybe it has like... It still does stuff, right? In the movie.
She hit it with her bangle.
Oh, so she uses the bangle to power it instead of the Power Stone. Yeah.
So could you not put the bangle inside the hammer and then it would just be pretty strong?
Because Ronin uses this weapon. and he powers it with the power.
She hit it with her bangle to do like an AOE attack.
Yeah.
Like big. Yeah.
I don't know, not my favorite villain, but the actress is pretty good. I hope she maybe gets another role in the MCU because I feel like she has potential. Just her character wasn't really that good.
It's kind of weird because like,
Yeah.
continuity reasons, right?
Yeah.
Could be dead.
Yeah. All right, then everyone's favorite character, Prince Yan, played by that K-pop guy. I'm surprised they made him a common pop. I don't know. I think this is probably my least favorite pop from the line.
I think he's wearing a different suit. This looks like a normal suit. He was like,
This is the only pop they made of him.
yeah, got this weird battle suit that was like blue, I think.
Oh, maybe they should. They should maybe do an exclusive Prince Yan in battle suit or something like that. All right, the next few pops here are not from the Marvel, so I know we're technically done with the pops, but we're also not done with the pops yet because they're not from the Marvels. Let's start off with Kate Bishop. A very short cameo, but I brought up every last Funko Pop made for her. Alright, so we have the common one here, where she has Pizza the dog included. The Amazon exclusive one, where she's fully in the suit in the battle stance. So this will be more appropriate for the cameo. And then this one, she is injured and has stitches on her face. What do you think? From the three of them, they're all different in a way.
One thing for the dog is don't feed your dog pizza because I don't think that.
I think that kills them. Yeah.
Too much. I think a whole pizza would probably kill them. So, any dog owners don't follow what they did in the show.
But this is the only pop that has pizza. The other two Kate Bishops don't, and this is the only way you can actually get Pizza the dog, which is through that Kate Bishop pop.
Well, I didn't watch the TV show.
Okay, maybe I should ask you, Brandon. Then I should probably ask you then.
I mean, it's alright. That bow does not look like the bow she used in Hawkeye, I don't think. It looks like a wooden bow.
I think she is using a wooden bow.
It looked more fancy from what I remember. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. The injured one. Wait.
She's wearing like just normal clothes in the injured one.
I think she got injured at some point, but it's been a while since I watched the show. Yeah. And then this is her with the dog.
Ironically, the common one is the best one, I personally think, just because it includes the dog.
Yeah, actually. Wait, which one's the rare one?
So this one is the Target exclusive, this one's the Amazon exclusive.
Yeah, wait, this is the Target exclusive is Amazon exclusive is literally a worse version of the...
Exactly.
It's like, they mixed it up.
Yeah, it should be in a way where, like, the common one is the best,
Yeah.
ironically.
This one's different enough that
Yeah.
it could be it makes sense as an exclusive, but, like, why is this not the exclusive?
Exactly, my point exactly. I've always wondered that. Honestly, maybe this should be the common, and then with the dog, it's the chase. There you go, that gives people a reason to buy it. They want the dog, it's a chase. Alright, let me put that away. Alright, our last cameo. I don't have a Beast Funko Pop, and I know he's the biggest cameo out of it, which, ironic, I don't have a pop for, so we're just gonna go to the last cameo here, which is Valkyrie, and these are all the Valkyrie Pops I have. I know, I'm really milking this movie for content. So, the first one here is from Ragnarok. You're gonna have to hold this, she's not gonna stand. So the first appearance of Valkyrie is from Ragnarok, so.
Very dangerous. Stabby. Just like holding two daggers.
So I think the outfit she wears in the cameo is the Love and Thunder one. So here it is, the Love and Thunder one. You've probably seen this already. What do you think?
I like her weapon more. So now she, instead of just normal daggers, it's a glowing sword.
Yeah,
glowing dagger.
And then the last one here is from Endgame, where she rides the, I forgot what these creatures are called. They're not called flying horses. There's this Parasis, yes. Yeah, she wears this, she rides this in the Endgame final battle. So yeah, nothing much to show, just more Valkyrie Pops, yay. And in the very last Funko Pop, which honestly is my favorite version of Captain Marvel, this is Captain Marvel at her peak, which is Endgame Captain Marvel, before the short hair. Just with the long hair. this is what I personally think is Captain Marvel at her best.
She doesn't have long hair at all in Endgame.
In the beginning, before the 5-year time jump.
Okay, before the time jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
What do you think, Santos?
Oh yeah, it doesn't say Endgame.
Yeah, it should it looks like it's original Avengers.
Well, she's not in the original Avengers.
Yeah, well, clearly she's not, but like
Yeah.
the logo.
Well, yeah, so Funko is great with doing pops for this movie. I feel like they could do a little more. I know the movie didn't do particularly well. I think it bombed in the box office. But if they could do a little bit more exclusives, if they can do more for Quantumania, and the movie also bombed, they could do the same with the Marvels. We got an unmasked MODOK for the Marvels. We got an unmasked MODOK for Quantumania. So, for the Marvels, it wouldn't hurt to see a battle-armored Prince Yan. Yeah, anyways, so we're going to wrap up this video here now. Not sure how much I'm going to cut. This video will probably edit it. And I guess the full uncut will be as a podcast episode. Just so we can get another episode in.
Yeah.
Alright, so thanks so much for watching or listening if you're listening on Spotify. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're on YouTube. To the second channel. We can get the second channel up to 1,000 subs. That would be fantastic. And anything you guys want to say?
Okay movie.
Okay movie. Go check it out when it's on Disney Plus. Let's help Marvel recuperate that loss a little bit. All right. We'll see you in the next one.